This is Impact Wrestling.
Hello, Sudden Impact fans, and welcome to the next episode of the podcast. So, it's been quite an interesting time in the last couple of weeks for TNA wrestling. I mentioned in my previous video, which you may have seen, which is on the Sudden Impact channel on YouTube. Give it a check. I mentioned in that video about the current situation that's going on in TNA wrestling at the moment with Anthem, who are the owners of TNA wrestling, having fired Scott D'Amore for various reasons. And so it seems that some of the talent have written a letter to Anthem expressing their displeasure in the decision and saying that TNA needs to be run by a person who has experience in the wrestling business and who they currently have as the TNA president now after Scott D'Amore's sacking is not, even though Anthony Ciccone has been associated with and for a long time. It just seems that he's not. They don't feel like he is the right person for the job at this point in time. And so Anthem have yet to respond to that letter in any format. And this morning, some of the wrestlers have taken to X, formerly known as Twitter, to post an hourglass emoji. Now, this is all speculation as what that could mean. There's been various things talked about what it could mean going around. I'm not one for speculation, so we'll just have to see how it plays. The people who wrote that letter to Anthem basically just saying that they want Scott back because he was the reason why the company had so much buzz in it going into the rebrand, and especially after the rebrand. And they're more than happy to walk if they don't get their needs met. And now this would be very sad to see all of those great talent have to walk out of TNA wrestling because of Anthem's actions. But I guess they feel very strong about it, and I think while it goes some way towards achieving a goal that in getting Scott D'Amore back in TNA wrestling, it also, if Anthem doesn't want to get him back, or and those wrestlers decide to actually walk out of the company, it'll just undo all of Scott's hard work and time and effort that he's put in to building TNA back into a buzzworthy company that's willing to be is featured in most discourse now in the professional wrestling scene. So it's kind of disappointing in one way, but we're yet to have a comment or an answer from Anthem Sports and Entertainment Company. I have no idea what's going on with the wrestlers on Twitter. Apparently, that letter that they sent to Anthem last week, it was reported that it was from all of the wrestlers in that company in TNA wrestling, but then a couple of days later, it's some of the wrestlers responded and saying, "Well, it wasn't because we weren't included in the letter, and so there's a lot of things going on backstage in Impact Wrestling, which is not which is kind of taking the buzz and the positive shine off the rebrand and all the hype that went around the initial rebrand. So I'm just waiting to see what comes out of it. So I have all the facts. Well, it's not a good time for TNA wrestling at the moment, considering all of this is happening and it's causing negative backlash with all the rest. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments down below, and follow along next time, and we'll see you later.